I have a very special guest joining me here today. Miguel, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you very much. It's an honor. Thank you very much.
So to start off, tell me a little bit about you, your family, Las Tunas Cattle Co., and just how everything started in your journey.
Of course. Well, I've been involved with the cattle industry and with the horse industry all my life. Since my father lived, I lost my father 23 years ago. But since he lived, he was very much involved in the industry. And at some point, I had to quit a little bit because when he passed, I needed to dedicate myself to work. When he passed, we were in a very difficult economic situation back then. So I dedicated myself to work and support my mother, my sisters, everything. And then I decided that I wanted to do it all over again and do it right and do it at big scales. So we acquired Las Tunas. This is a ranch that has had that name for long. Since the Spaniards came to Mexico, it's been called Las Tunas because that's how they called that sierra, the mountains over there. It's called Sierra of Las Tunas, right? So I decided to keep that name. We acquired that property. There was nothing there, but we had a project, we had a plan. So we started creating Las Tunas to be what it is right now. And then we got to think that in order to take it to other levels, we needed to do the business differently. So that's why we started doing what we're doing, bringing all our cattle, our horses over here to the United States. And we've been very blessed and very well accepted. All the people has been so welcoming. The industry is fantastic. You know, one thing that we learned here is that the best thing about this industry is the people. And everybody has been so supportive of our program. And our horses have been excelling in very different disciplines, particularly when it comes to cow horse, definitely roping, and a little bit of cutting. We do a little bit of cutting. So I'm very honored that I got to go back to do what I love. Well, Las Tunas is a ranch that is located 220 miles south of El Paso in the state of Chihuahua. So we pretty much export everything that we produce here to the United States. And we also sell about 10% in the Mexican region. A lot of people still come to the ranch and they fell in love with what we're doing and they purchase, cattle, horses. But right now we're producing Angus cattle, registered Angus cattle. And we're producing Corriente cattle for the roping industry, which is the one industry that we're much more involved in, right? So that's pretty much what's going on. The presence here has been strong, and we are going to continue on being here, bringing high-quality horses to the industry, high-quality cattle to the industry, and learning from the best, right?
Yeah, and when we're talking about legacy and heritage and with you starting from scratch and hard work and dedication, the Sixes they're founded on the values, their faith, their heritage, their legacy. What does that mean to you and the Las Tunas brand?
Well, first of all, the Sixes is a ranch that we really look up to, right? Actually, our horse division, one of the people that helped us, the most was Dr. Bludgeon. As you know, we Dr. Bloodlines is so much in the industry. Most of the bloodlines that we use right now are his creation, really. So we're very blessed and very honored that Dr. Bloodlines back then helped us out so much. So for us, the Sixes is a role model to follow. And the people at the Sixes has been so good to us, so friendly. And they continue on helping us have a great relationship. He's a very dear friend, Dr. Nathan Kennedy. And all the people at the Sixes have been tremendously fun to be around and so loving and nice to us.
Absolutely. And, and talking about your horses on the place with Las Tunas performance horses, everything gets started on the ranch before they even see the arena. Can you tell me a little bit about that and why you think it's so important for horses to get started on the ranch?
For us, it's very important that all of our horses go through an extensive ranch work program from 6 months to a year, working out there with the cattle, in the remuda, being used by the cowboys before we take them to the arena. We found that once we do that for the horses, the arena becomes like an easy spot, like a nice spot, smooth spot, because our ranch is very rocky, it's very difficult terrain. So it really differentiates from other ranches because of the hard terrain that it has. All of our horses, are let loose in the pastures when they're born, and we bring them in when we wean them and then turn them back out. Bring them in as 2-year-olds, work them strictly with the cattle. And so our horses have their senses very much awake. So the arena work, it's easy work for them. So I think that's one of the things that differentiates our horses from some of the other horses that maybe they're born in stalls or small ranches that they don't really get to do the horse work that they're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely something that differentiates Las Tunas from other ranches.
Yeah. And so we're here in Las Vegas at one of the most prestigious events in the country, for $1 million. Now, you have a horse competing here, Wildflowerz, out of You Are This Cat Smart, a legendary sire at the 4-6's ranch. He was known for his big ego, his big personality, and most of all, giving 110% every single time. Do you see this fire and drive?
Oh, definitely. Wildflowerz inherited that drive, that stamina all the way. Plus, on the bottom side, she's out of a mare from Chinese part. So it's a very smart mare. We got this mare that was bred by the Wagon Hound, which is a ranch that we also admire very, very much. This mare has had such a nice attitude through her career that we felt that this mare was the right fit for this event. Poncho has been riding that mare, Poncho Gonzalez, who's going to be the rider. He has been riding this mare for some months now, and he's in love with her. And we definitely decided that this was the right fit for this great event, which we're going to be competing against. And I think that Las Tunas is going to do a good job on it. Good performance.
Can you tell me why do you think Wildflowerz and Poncho are such a good pair together, and what we can expect to see in a couple days when we see them compete?
Well, first of all, they're both very competitive. I mean, they get along just very well. Poncho is a very competitive guy. The mare is a very competitive mare. And to be honest, that mare has a lot of heart. You don't see many horses with that heart. And Poncho is a rider that started in the ranch from scratch. And now he's the guy that is managing the horse division and the cattle division. So you can only imagine how special this is for him and for us. And definitely that pair is one of a kind.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely can't wait to watch them here in a couple of days.
Likewise.
Absolutely. And, some people say, with talented horses, they all come with quirks. Is there something funny or personality-wise with Wildflowerz that you see quite a bit with her?
Well, she's a leader, and then she can be very, she's a leader. She's an attitude. She has an attitude for sure.
She's an alpha.
Oh, she's an alpha, super alpha. I was going to say a bad word, but she's an alpha.
Oh, that's great. And horses like Wildflowerz and all your horses on the ranch, you're running 150 to 200 horses on your program.
Right.
How do you keep all of those horses so sound mentally and physically?
Right. Well, you really hit the spot right there because first of all, we have the right people. The right people are working our horses. The right people are constantly understanding every single horse because every single horse has different attitudes, different needs, particular, capabilities. But we are definitely seeing much better performance, much better attitude, much better stamina in our horses when we started using the 4-6 supplements product. So because why? These products are doing a great job when we are in the factory of athletes. That's how I call this. We are in the business of creating athletes for the industry. And those athletes need to be very well supplemented. They need to be very well fed, very well attended. And the 4-6 supplements are giving us exactly what we need for that. Joints, definitely hydration, definitely gut. All those are things that we need to take care of and that we need to look after on each single one of our horses. And make no mistakes, there are definitely some better horses than others, but all of them deserve the exact same attention.
And I'm curious, with your terrain out there in Chihuahua, Mexico, it's rocky. You guys have a lot of different terrain. It's very hard for some of those horses to go through, but they come out well-footed. And, and with that, starting horses out there, can you tell me some problems you've seen with their joints or any injuries and how joint supplements might be able to help supplement that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've seen some examples that I can name you, over 10 examples. Since the moment that we started using this 4-6 supplement products, we really saw a benefit, because when you start colts at 2.5 years old, I mean, their bones and their ligaments are not as mature and well developed as they should be as in an adult horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
In such a difficult terrain, a combination of rocky spots, rocky terrain, hidden rocks that sometimes are, after a cow and the horse hitting something very difficult, because there's never a, flat, plain terrain. It's always rocky. So we always have, soreness, and which is part of the natural stuff that we want to see on our horses. When we see this, we say it's part of the deal. They're gonna get sore, they're gonna get hurt, but we're here to make that right? And so this combination has helped us so much, because, and it's gonna continue. We're not gonna stop because it's a rocky terrain.
Yeah,
we don't care how you're bred. You're going out there, you're gonna work like every other horse. We're going to help you, definitely, but you're going to have to do the job. That's what's going to make you a good horse.
Absolutely. And it really helps out their minds starting out as well.
Absolutely.
And even with their mind, the gut is the second brain. And when it comes to gut products, it's one of the most important products out there to get your horses on. And especially at these high-profile events and those high-performance horses, what can you tell me about what you've seen, how important gut healths are, and incorporating them into your program?
Well, I can tell you this. Since we started using these products, we've never had a colic. We've never had any issues. Plain and simple.
Yep.
Plain and simple. That's how important it is.
And, and so it's great to correlate with the ranch and then in the arena aspect of things. So when it comes to electrolytes, I want to hear, when you decide to use paste versus powder, when traveling, when you're out on the ranch all day, you don't have access.
Definitely. The powder, we usually mix it, in the ponds that we have for each one of the horse. The water containers that we have in each one of the stalls. And the paste, we definitely use it when traveling. Plus, every single cowboy has in their saddle one paste. And when it's rough, hot day, tough work, they use it, out there in the ranch as well.
Yeah, it's very important.
So that's how we've been using it, and it's been helping so much. I mean, the performance on the horses, you can really tell that they don't get exhausted as easy.
Yes.
They have power.
It gives them energy.
It gives them energy.
Yes, absolutely. And even Wildflowerz is on this here at the Run.
Oh, definitely.
Right now.
And we're giving her the products, and she's doing fantastic right now.
Absolutely.
I hope that she does a great job. I know Poncho and her are a good match.
She will. She and Poncho both will. In behalf on the 4-6's Equine Supplements team, we're so excited to watch Poncho and Wildflowerz compete. Yeah. Thank you for joining with me today.
No, thank you very much. Thank you for all the team. You guys are wonderful, and you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you do for the industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you.